Hi, and welcome to the Maine West Athletic Program. I'm Jarrett Kirshner, the Athletic Director here at Maine West. Prior to completing the registration for your son or daughter for participation in athletics, the Athletic Department and the Maine West Administration would like to share some important information with you. During this presentation, you will hear from Mr. John Allworth, the Assistant Principal for Activities, who will discuss our 24/7 Code of Conduct policy. I will discuss our department's focus on student-athlete safety, as well as hazing and bullying. Our athletic trainer, Mr. Ryan Milligan, will discuss performance-enhancing drugs, concussions, training room services, their procedures and policies, and the inherent risk of participation in athletics. At this time, I would like to introduce our Assistant Principal for Student Activities, Mr. John Allworth.
Hello, and thank you for making the decision to become involved at Maine West. We at West encourage all students to participate in our extracurricular programs. In fact, we ask that every student be involved in at least 2 clubs, activities, or sports. As a former athlete and coach, I understand the dedication it takes to perform at a high level while balancing your grades. I will also share that I like to win, especially against certain teams. In my 18 seasons of coaching here at Maine West, I wanted to win every match our Warriors played. However, we always did that with respect. We are Warriors. We win and lose with respect because when we put on a uniform, we are representing the Maine West Warriors, and we do that with pride. We always cheer positively, wish our opponents well, and then work extremely hard to beat them. We expect to win, but if we lose, we do so with dignity and congratulate our opponents. Our teammates are part of our Warrior family at West. We look out for each and every one of them at every level, and we make sure everyone is being treated fairly. We hold each other to higher standards, and if someone is doing something he or she is not supposed to be doing, it's important that you let a coach or an administrator know. When you choose to participate, you accept the responsibility of representing Maine West in a positive manner, both in and outside the school. Because of this, you are held to a higher standard of conduct. It is a privilege to be a part of our athletic, extracurricular, and/or fine arts programs. Our extracurricular code of conduct is in effect 24 hours a day, 365 days per year. It applies to behavior on or off school property, whether in season or not, and whether school is in session or not. This code goes into effect the first day you sign up for your first sport or activity at Maine West. Violations of the code accumulate throughout your high school career. Violations of the code are limited to incidents of prohibited conduct verified by District 207 staff or law enforcement agencies, or by an admission of guilt. Prohibited conduct refers to possession, delivery or use of a prohibited substance or lookalikes, or any criminal activity, including, but not limited to, involvement with gang-related activities and/or secret organizations, fighting, or theft. Prohibited substances include, but are not limited to, marijuana, alcohol, THC, prescription medication, vaping devices, tobacco, any drug paraphernalia, and steroids. Please note that possession is defined as having knowledge of and any control over an item. This includes if you attend a party or event at which minors are in possession of or consuming a prohibited substance. If you are in attendance at a party where minors are in possession of these prohibited substances, you are considered in possession, whether or not you have used. We have this code of conduct in place to protect you and everyone involved in athletics and activities. If you find yourself at a party where people are in possession of these items, remove yourself from the party. Stay safe and avoid this situation. This will help you stay eligible all season, which is our goal. After a first offense of the Code of Conduct, a student will be suspended from participation in the extracurricular activity for up to 40%. In the case of athletics, this is 40% of competitions. This may be reduced to 20% if the student enrolls in an approved intervention program. After a second offense, a student may be suspended from all extracurricular activity for up to 1 calendar year. After a third offense, a student may be excluded from all extracurricular activities for the remainder of his or her high school career. Further details regarding the Code of Conduct can be found on our website. Please know our goal is to keep everyone involved in our activities. Please help us by avoiding all prohibited substances and holding yourself to a higher standard of conduct. Remember, you've made the decision to get involved here at West, which is going to help you while you're in school and in the future. Students who are involved perform better in school and after graduation, and you are part of this group. Continue to make these great decisions. You are a warrior, and we know you will act like one. If you should have any questions about the Code of Conduct or getting involved, please feel free to reach out to me at any time. And now I'd like to turn it over once again to Mr. Jared Kirshner, our Athletic Director.
I want to again take this opportunity to thank you for being a part of our Warrior Athletic program. We believe that participation in athletics is an important part of the educational process. The development of the physical capacities of our student athletes complements and enhances the intellectual, spiritual, emotional, and social development of our young men and women. That being said, nothing is more important to our coaches, athletic department, and administration than the safety of our student athletes. Hazing is defined as when an act is committed against a student or a student is coerced into committing an act that creates a substantial risk of harm to the student or to any third party in order for the student to be initiated into or affiliated with any school group, club, athletic team, grade level, activity, or organization. Bullying is similar to hazing, but it can happen at any time without being associated with entrance or acceptance to a group. The inappropriate use of social media with profanity and or inappropriate remarks about teammates, opponents, coaches, other students may be classified as cyberbullying. The use of social media sites such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Vine, YouTube, and Snapchat in an attempt to cause harm or humiliation will not be tolerated. Our athletes are held to a higher standard of conduct and are expected to carry themselves with class and character 24/7. So don't say, write, tweet, or send or record anything that you wouldn't feel comfortable repeating in front of your parents, teachers, coaches, teammates, or media. With today's technology and the use of cell phones and cameras, there's nothing that's kept private. So carry yourself in a manner that you, your family, your coaches, and teammates can be proud of. Hazing is detrimental to the team and its participants. Breaking down, humiliating, and or embarrassing your teammates is not a form of bonding. It pulls teams apart. If you suspect bullying or hazing, refuse to participate. Do not be a bystander and stand up against it. Report it to your coach, the deans, or the athletic director immediately. You may use our anonymous reporting system as well. Our coaches have received training and will be vigilant in recognizing and reporting any form of hazing and or bullying. Teams are bonded by playing and working hard together. They support each other. Team building activities, team dinners, outings, and community service are great alternatives to hazing activities. We are all warriors and will support each other. Hazing and bullying will not be tolerated. Consequences will be administered as appropriate and may include a 24/7 Code of Conduct violation. And now, I would like to introduce our athletic trainer, Mr. Ryan Milligan.
I'm here today to speak with you about several health issues. The first is the use of anabolic steroids. Anabolic steroids have multiple negative side effects, and athletes who have used anabolic steroids are at greater risk for infections, HIV, and hepatitis. The potential negative side effects from the use of anabolic steroids may include, but are not limited to, decreased eventual height, changes to the reproductive system, increased acne, growth of body and facial hair in females, loss of hair in males, violent and combative behavior, mood swings, loss of sleep, paranoia, and depression. The second topic I would like to discuss involves the state-mandated district-wide concussion policy. In the event that an athlete sustains a possible concussion, predetermined steps will be followed to ensure the health and safety of our athletes. We use the impact test to create a cognitive functional baseline, and we use a SCAT assessment along for field testing. Parents will be notified anytime an athlete presents with symptoms of a concussion. All concussed athletes are to be seen by our physician here within the athletic training room. The school nurse will initiate the academic accommodations which will be given to our concussed athletes, and concussed athletes should report to the athletic training room daily to report on a symptom checklist. Upon successful completion of our 5-day return to play, the athlete will be cleared of academic accommodations. The parents will then be notified and the athlete will return to unrestricted activity. The parent has the power to continue to hold the athlete out of play, but academic restrictions will be lifted. If the athlete's symptoms do not resolve, then further follow-up will be recommended. The final topic I'd like to talk to you about today is injury management. Initial injury assessments are performed by certified athletic trainers that are both licensed to practice in the state of Illinois. A determination will be made whether it is safe to participate or not. Parents are contacted and informed of their child's status, and any athlete who sustains an injury that causes them to lose more than multiple days will be seen by our team physician here within the athletic training room, at no charge to the athlete or the parent. Anytime an athlete is seen by their own family physician, a written note with diagnosis and status are required prior to returning to activity. All communication from a physician must be presented to the athletic training staff and not the coaches. Insurance is to be provided by the parents that covers high school athletics. This is a requirement to participate in any level of interscholastic athletics here at Maine West High School. The school district does not provide medical or dental insurance for athletes. Greater detail on these topics that were discussed today can be found on the athletic training website located on the Maine West Athletics page. At this time, I would like to turn it back to our athletic director, Mr. Jarrett Kirshner.
At your program's preseason meeting, your son or daughter's program head coach will answer any questions about hazing, bullying, or any other topic in this presentation. I want to thank you again for being a part of our Warrior Athletic program, and we wish you the very best of luck this season. Thanks again, and go Warriors!